Hi, my name is Mia, and welcome back to the Yap section, the show where we talk about pop culture, music, and fashion. Today, we're going to talk about the Kenny and Jana situation and how it reflects bigger on dating as a black woman. If you haven't seen the situation, I'll go ahead and recap. Jana is one of the breakout stars from season 6 of Love Island. She is a beautiful, gorgeous body tea, face tea, hair tea, everything tea, dark-skinned black girl. And she made the grave mistake of dating a Dominican man from the Bronx. And I will say, he had us all fooled. I actually was looking at edits of them a month ago, and it was like the way that Kenny looks at Janae, and I was like, oh, they're so in love. I hope I have that one day. Now, please actually take me out with a frying pan to the head if I actually do have that one day, because Janae found out that apparently throughout this year of him sleeping with her, sleeping next to her, meeting her family, going on vacation, doing brand deals, he was being incredibly racist about her behind her back. He was calling her the N-word in group chat, saying how he couldn't wait to go sleep with other people after this was over, basically using her body, her mind, her clout for a check. And so I think it really goes to show, though, a bigger thing on dating as a black woman, because there's so many more minefields that we have to face that other people don't have to face. And don't get me wrong, modern dating for everybody right now is complete and utter shit. But as a black woman, we get to dodge the minds of fetishization, of straight racism. Even if he's normal and you decide to date outside of your race, what if his family is racist? What if his family is colorist? In her case, as being a dark-skinned black woman. And, you know, it's so much more than just falling in love. Like, falling in love should be easy. That's the easy part. It's all this other kind of stuff that's hovering like this dark cloud above it that makes it so difficult. And while obviously I am not a dark-skinned black woman, I am a black woman who has also faced her own series of issues while dating. There was actually a class that I ended up taking in college where it talked about how black women specifically end up kind of dating or getting into these serious romantic relationships at a later age. It's a very normal thing for us because there's such this message within society that we're undesirable or we're the last choice, or it's settling if you date one of us. And so, you know, I used to really struggle with the fact that I was watching my friends all get into these relationships and fall in love and having these experiences, and I was getting done dirty every which way of the word. In the meantime, there was no love to be found under rock, mountain, or stream anywhere near me. And it was really difficult to watch because I'm like, why them? Why not me? And there was only kind of, you know, one factor I could see as a difference between us in a lot of ways. And it was frustrating. I'm not going to lie to you. And it comes around, you know, eventually, but not having that experience of young love or fresh love is something really difficult to deal with sometimes. And looking at this Kenny and Janae situation, like, obviously this is a huge extreme of possibilities of what could happen in the dating world, but it does feel reflective. It does feel reflective and indicative of something bigger going on as dating as a black woman, because this is someone who she let into her body, she let into her soul, her mind, her family, she let near her family, went on vacations with, and all this other kind of stuff. This is probably the man that she thought, quite honestly, she was going to marry. I mean, they were going out for a year and spending so much time together. And while she's thinking this, he's thinking, wow, I hate her because of the color of her skin. And racism is so crazy to me, because if you know what Janae looks like, you fumbled that out of racism? You fumbled that out of racism? You're insane. You're literally insane that you couldn't get over the fact that her skin color is a darker color or something like that. God forbid if she had been like a white girl or any kind of lighter, like, he probably would have been foaming at the mouth thinking he'd won the lottery and the holy grail of prizes. And the truth is, he did win the holy grail of prizes and the lottery. He just doesn't have enough discernment and is too ignorant to realize that when it's in his face. Even if it's not outright racism, there's also the risk of fetishization. I think we've all seen viral clips of when, like, a black woman gets married on a plantation, and it's like, girl, are you in the sunken place? Like, blink twice if you need help. It's okay. And, you know, I have to think maybe that they maybe just accepted this because they wouldn't think that it would get any better for them. I mean, Black women are the least swiped on dating apps. And again, as I said, like, we just fall in love later in life because we're just not given that kind of attention from a young age. And if it is, it's a hypersexualized kind of attention. It's not the kind of attention for love. It's attention over our body, our butts, our boobs, our lips, all that kind of stuff. They crave that part of us, not what actually makes us us, our hearts, our minds, our souls. And I've noticed a lot of times with guys, you know, like, they've liked what the outer package is, but they didn't really have any interest on anything I had to say specifically. Or I think they just maybe assumed that I was less intelligent than I was, or I was less interesting than I was, because I'm a Black girl. And, you know, I'm sitting there being like, hey, do you want to hear about the book I just read? Or, you know, the class I took, or this new thing that I'm really interested in. And they're like, want to get under the covers? And I'm like, well, no, not really, not right now. Dating as a mundane Black woman, someone not in the public eye, is, you know, that has its own struggles, but then adding in the layer of someone like Janae, who's now going through this terrible thing that only happened because she was in the public eye, while also having people bombard her with questions and all this other kind of stuff, and having to deal with her fans while also dealing with this giant heartbreak and, like, realization that she's facing. And we've seen this happen not only with her, but with other Black women, where even like FKA Twigs and Robert Pattinson were known for dating and breaking up because his fans were so incredibly racist to her that she couldn't take it anymore. In short, you know, we always say it, but like, check on your Black friends, have empathy for your Black friends, especially Black women, because dating as a modern Black woman is very hard. That's my take, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Thanks. Bye.